But what about the man that's been booted out? He'll be here in just a second. But first, here are his worst bits.
I'm a doorman and a bailiff. And then you put your hands on your head and you show me the Maya Grace gang. I'm normally the alpha male. I just do arms and tits. Oh, don't, I think that's Paul the Groin. My bollocks were in my fucking ear up. I've got the smallest nuts in Britain. I'm not a very photogenic person. I'm so horny right now. You punk bitch.
I live in my cottage. I got my cottage.
Strike a pose. Do you know what? I got myself a new admirer. Love you, homie. How cool, man. Mate.
I don't find anything he does likeable.
I apologise. There's going to be arguments. If you want to stand and argue with me, I'll make you look this big. We're going to really clash. Bowler, millionaire, bowler. Wake up, smell the coffee. Not a man. Jekyll and Hyde come out last night. I've never had a spot explode like that in my life. I'll do anything to get any food. I'm not a snack eater.
How hungry are you?
Really hungry. I'm fading away, mate. This is going to be fucking amazing. Fuck is this house done to me? Don't judge a book by its cover. I've got a lot to lay. Bish bash bosh, much love, out.
He managed the 10-night stay in the Big Brother house, but now it's question time. Are you ready for your second evictee? Yeah! Take it away, Jeff.
He's gotta be so macho. He's gotta be so macho. He's gotta be big and strong, enough to turn me on. He's gotta have big blue eyes, be able to satisfy. He's gotta be big and strong, enough to turn me on.
OK, what did you think?
What, the entrance down the staircase?
The entrance down the staircase, did he deserve to go?
I don't think you did, actually, darling. I thought it was going to be Aaron. And actually, during the week, your mum said that you're a sweetie. And I've actually got quite a sweet tooth, you know, so...
And who are you wearing tonight, Jeff?
Oh, do you like it? It's an Alf Short creation.
Fabulous.
He'd be very pleased you asked.
Thank you. Jeff, thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Right, Chris, before we start, we want you to have a look at something. Take a look at this.
As housemates perform so well, Big Brother will also provide pizzas and beers this evening. Congratulations.
So, Chris, that has to be the best reaction to pizza I have ever seen in my entire life. And I don't want you to get hungry during our little chat.
No.
And starting any arguments over sausages or anything like that. So we've got you your very own sausage pizza to have on the table.
Start now.
Oh, it's rather large sausage in there as well.
Yeah.
So you're in the house for 11 days.
11 days,
11 days. Do you feel like there's unfinished business?
What stays in the house, what happens in the house stays in the house.
Yeah.
But, I've got to say that. No, I'm looking forward to see how the show progresses now. I think there's going to be a lot of tension and there's going to be a lot of arguments.
How do you think it's going to progress without you?
I don't know, because a couple of people said in there I was quite a lively character. There's going to be no noise at night. There's going to be no one running around. I don't know, I'm not saying... I think it's just the mood's going to drop for a couple of days, but then obviously it'll bounce back up.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be quiet.
So do you think you set the mood of the house?
I tried to. I also always tried having a laugh about everything. I don't want to take anything too seriously, but there's a couple of people in there that are a bit...
You took a few things seriously, though. We'll get onto that in a little while, shall we? Let's not start too soon. Are you gutted there's not a secret house? Because we heard you talking about that.
Yeah, we all thought that room with the red light on by the swim pool's the secret room, and we thought people were running around in there, but obviously not.
It could just be a task room.
Yeah, well, like it says in the
There's
the book.
definitely no secret room.
I should have really worked that one out, shouldn't I?
Garden. You and Aaron seem to really bond towards the end. Well, actually, when you found out that you were both up for eviction.
Yeah.
Do you regret nominating him?
Not at all. I saw through him like glass.
What do you mean by that, though, see through him like glass?
I felt... First of all, when I nominated him, I felt bad because he was doing things to help me. But I don't know. To be quite honest with you, when you're living with someone, what you lot see is not 24/7. And I just saw two different sides of him quite a lot. But we did get quite close towards the end, and it was a shame because we were both good characters. I would have preferred to be up against someone else.
I think that's what a lot of us have been saying tonight, that it's a shame that it was you two. And we saw you two talk about that quite a lot in the house.
No, it was. We were just saying, it was like, this was well too early to be up against each other. We should have been further on in the show when we was up against each other. But I think it happened. Yeah,
and there are two sides to everybody,
story,
though. To every story, but to every person. You're saying there's two sides to Aaron, there's two sides to you, there's two sides to me, there's two sides to everybody. You know, when you were having a chat after you'd found out that you were both facing eviction, and he was in the shower and you were saying that you felt like you'd been stabbed in the back.
Who, he did or I did?
No, you did. You felt like you'd been stabbed in the back by people that had nominated you. Do you not think he will feel stabbed in the back by you?
I did tell him I felt quite guilty, so I had to tell him I nominated him. And even he said he was going to nominate me, but he didn't towards the end. But it's just that on people's first impressions, I just thought that he was not being the real him. That's why I put him up.
Right.
But then I couldn't make my mind up with him. And then, obviously, once we both got put up, he changed again. So I don't know, because I weren't in there long enough, but...
But you still don't regret nominating him?
No. I don't go back on what... When I make a decision, it's final. I won't go back on what I said.
OK. You said before you went into the house... Let me get my little quotation marks. You've got to do what you have to win. Yeah. So, did you do...
Obviously
well, you obviously didn't do what you should have done.
No.
What do you think you should have done?
Well, if I wanted to have... I had a game plan in my head that I told people, but I didn't play it at all, because I was just going to go in there and just be Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. in the middle, so no one would put me up for nominations. But then I was just thinking...
That's what you were going to play it safe?
I was going to play it really safe, yeah. No, I ruined that, I think, after day 2. OK.
And we heard you say that you think Luke S is playing it safe.
Yeah, I think he is, because...
Purely because he's got into a relationship?
Yeah, that you can see I don't believe real. I really don't. Everyone in the house knows it's not real. That relationship's not real at all. But I thought he was more of a violent person, and he says how soft he is, but I think he's more of a violent person. To be
really?
Yeah. He's got that... I think he's got that look in his eye, to be quite honest with you.
Oh, I think he seems quite nice.
Yeah, no...
He's coming across really well.
Yeah, he is coming across well in the house, but I don't know, he's the one to watch. I reckon he's the one that's going to flip out.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's the one that's going to flip out.
He did keep calm, though, when you had your little...
Oh, of course, but I weren't. I kept cool. I know I shouted a little bit, but that's Jekyll and Hyde.
But I think as a viewer, Chris, as a viewer, and, you know, you'll watch it back yourself, I'm sure, it did look, as we saw it, he was quite cool, and it didn't seem to bother him, but you did seem to bite.
Yeah, no, I do. But I know that weren't me losing my temper. I just had a bit of a mouth on me. I was a bit drunk, and that's where it all went wrong from there on.
Do you think you should have not drunk in the Big Brother?
My mum told me not to drink at all, but straight over my head. But I did not drink from then on until I knew I was up for nomination. I thought damage is already done. Damage is already done. I might as well enjoy it.
And you're like, oh, OK. Right, let's talk about Becky. Did she really eat that much food?
No. Yes. Not what it was. Everyone had their fair portions, but if there was any spare, and you were going to... She'd have it. Sorry? You wanted it? I wanted it, yeah, but she always got there before me. I'm not going to lie.
Do you think that this is where the clashing of heads may have come? Do you think you are the male and female version of each other? And I'm
someone else said that.
I'm not talking about the eating side of it. I'm talking about...
Because we're both loud.
You're both quite loud. You're both very out there. You're both very fun people by the looks of it, and good company to be around. And do you think that kind of knocked your ego a little bit when she came in?
I don't know what it was. I think we just clashed from straight away, because obviously I was having the argument. The minute she walked in, about half an hour later, I was arguing with Luke. And Luke went in the diary room, and it just went a bit wrong. I'm not going to lie. I think because we started off on a bad foot, it was never going to get mended. OK. So once damaged, there's no point of fixing it. Right. And it just carried on like that, unfortunately. But yeah, no. I think it's just a clash of personalities. Not everyone's going to love me. Yeah. Not everyone's going to love her. And we just repelled. And in that house, Until you've been in there, you don't understand. Food is like money, and it was hard.
OK, you keep looking at that pizza. Do you want some?
No, I was looking at them sausages.
Chris, let's talk about something happier. This week, you went on a very romantic date.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah. With Caroline, oh, yes.
Yeah. Would you like to see what she thought of it?
I dread to think.
There you go.
I've just had the worst 7 minutes of my life. He was trying his hardest to charm me, and he brought up bailifting within 5 seconds. I don't think Chris fancies me, but I do think he thinks that I fancy him. I feel like I've been stripped of all self-esteem, all self-worth.
So what do you make of that?
We knew that. We knew. I thought I got myself into that. I was just like, oh no, I didn't think everyone would go ahead with it, but
it was great to watch.
Yeah,
you were both kind of just cringing throughout the whole thing. It was fantastic, and I think fair play to you both for doing it as well.
No, it was a laugh.
Do you know what I mean? At least you kind of did that. Are you going to be hooking up with her when she comes outside the house?
No.
No?
No, not at all.
So I think this is the hookup we're all looking for at the wrap party, is you and Caroline. We think there's secret love there.
Really?
Yeah.
You blind? Nah, there's nothing.
And Chris, finally, before you go, will you show me the migraine shank? Skank! Come on!
Right. Oh, here we go. First step, you take your right hand. Next step, you take your left hand. Then you put both hands on your head, and you show me the migraine skank. Look, I want to see the migraine skank. Right both up on that migraine skank.
I genuinely mean it when I do wish you weren't outside of the house. But again, I would have been sad if Aaron had come out as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was really good. It was a tough battle.
But you are out, and now you can eat as much pizza as you want, and you can see all your mates. But thank you so much for being a great housemate. Chris, everybody. In Jamie's phone room this weekend. So if you've got any burning questions to ask, or AOB, that's any other business, then get in touch with us on 0333 577 7754. Still to come, it's the turn of that lot over there to grill this man over here. See you in a bit. Welcome back to Big Brother's Pit on the Side. I think we're a bit like Wayne Rooney's haircut. Absolutely ridiculous, but bloody hilarious. I think it's true. We won! Yay! Yeah, we did. 3-2. Amazing.
I'm Irish. We didn't win.
I know. So, Chris has left the house. However, we've got an exclusive clip of what shenanigans he and his housemates got up to last night. Here it is.
We're playing Spin the Can.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
Oh! Now the same, ladies and gentlemen, I'm straight. So I don't mind on the cheese. But I am...
Oh, shut up. Come on, give me one on the lips.
Come on. Nobody's
Lil Wayne, I want it rough.
It'll never happen.
Man, this shit be getting freaky.
How's the head rush?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I don't drink after your body.
My hand is terrible.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Woo! Cheater. Gives me cheater. Fine.
How happy is Scott going to be about that? He'll be like, I do. Oh, amazing. Right, so I've had my chance to grill Chris, and he is burnt to a crisp. Not really. But now it's time for you guys to put your Leveson inquiry caps on and get questioning. So, Brian, let's start with you.
Was the question that we spoke about before we came on air was the game plan, but I think he answered it with you, but I've just been yakking in my ear. And you said on the way in, because you did have a game plan. If it did, what was it?
It was just to be the middleman, not get involved, just step back. but
you did the opposite. But you went.
it went straight over my head.
Why did it?
Because that weren't me.
Brian, have you got another one that you'd like to ask?
Also, after you had that first argument with, you know, Dean and you got a bit drunk, I think you maybe potentially apologised too much to too many people and you made a bigger deal of it.
Yeah.
Why did you feel you had to apologise to everyone constantly and make a much bigger deal?
Because everyone was talking about it in the house, so I just wanted to kind of clear the water.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it went wrong.
OK.
OK, Narinder.
I know now.
Would you shag Becky to go back in the house? Would you sleep with Becky? Please say yes.
Please say no.
Show me it.
No, I wouldn't. Oh. I couldn't.
OK.
Narinder.